He a good fighter, but I think he getting that like that road warrior stuff like going to his head.
Jaron Boots Ennis. Like I thought.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up.
My last video about Boots, something was telling me like he looks kind of weight drained this fight week, right? Considering how we've been seeing Boots in the off season, and he looks like a bigger guy when we see him. And seeing this, but when I initially saw him, like, man, he looks kind of drained, but maybe I'm overlooking it, right? And then this comes out. Boots first reveal, 154 pound. This is fight week, right? Now, Boots himself posted this, apparently, right? Boxing fans is talking. Boxing fans are saying things like, how are you 147 for 8+ years, move up to 154 and still look drained? Looks drained for his 154 debut. Looks drained at the face with Lima. Probably will rehydrate to about 170. This kid should be at least at middleweight by now, especially with 35 fights. Probably will make 175 easy if he chooses with his frame. Salute to Marvin Terrell. I see you out here. Look, man. Bruh struggling at 54, right? This ninja still look drained, bro. Just move up and fight Bud at this point. Keep telling folks this man will be fighting at 175 eventually. Can't keep killing himself to make the lower weight classes, right? It's time for Boots to go up to 160. It's time for Boots to go up to 160. People are already saying these things, right? This is much more comments than that, right? But Boots Ennis looks like he's drained even in comparison to the guy that's at that weight class in Usman Lima. He looks drained, right? He just does. I don't know how he just do. Right? He just do. Now, this still may not tell the tale of how he's going to perform this weekend, right? But a lot of fans is looking at like, man, yeah, he's still kind of looking drained even though he's at the higher weight class. Maybe he really should be a middleweight. Now, I think Jaron Boots Ennis should be a middleweight anyway, honestly. But Jaron Boots Ennis gets asked a good question by Max Kellerman. Now, Max Kellerman, as we know, is back in boxing once again. Whether you love him or hate him, Max Kellerman knows his boxing, and he's doing the interviews and stuff like that. And he asked Jaron Boots Ennis this question.
We talked about certain names. You have received a lot of criticism. I mean, what can you do at times? Like someone online is going to criticize you, but you have received criticism in the boxing press and in the boxing kind of echo chamber about not fighting top fighters or not doing everything you can to make fights with top fighters. Do you have a response to that criticism?
I ain't got nothing to say. Like I just said, I'm breaking them. We're gonna bring them in one by one, and we're gonna shut everybody up one by one. Just everybody be patient, and make sure y'all tune in Saturday, and then we're gonna take it from there.
All right, Boots.
And Boots Ennis reacts, right, to the criticism that he's been getting for not seemingly, and Max framed it very well, not seemingly going for the fights, right? Not going for them like that, right? And Boots Ennis just said we go reel him in one by one. He didn't really have a really good answer. I think Max Kellerman may have caught him off guard with that particular question. Look, man, Jaron Boots Ennis got to show and tell. He got to go, like I told you guys weeks ago. The only thing Jaron Boots Ennis can do at this point is go out there and win fights and be impressive doing it. All right? This is what it's going to be for now until he go out there and shut everybody up. And the only way he can do that is go out there and look very impressive in these fights. And he has to look impressive in these fights. Because that's just what it is for him right now and in his story in the sport of boxing. We see this happen many times to many fighters to where, now it's Boots Ennis' turn, right? This is his turn. It's a little bit different for Boots than it is for other guys. But Boots Ennis, man, he came in on scene, he was the boogeyman, And when you the boogeyman, people be looking for the boogeyman. Like, okay, let's see if he's truly a boogeyman. Let's see how he moves when the boogeyman becomes, when guys really want to fight him, right? When guys start to stand up to the boogeyman, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when the boogeyman wins his first world title. Let's see what happens when the boogeyman got the crosshair on his back. And, some guys we see it was all fluff. You know, we see that the bluff has been called on a lot of guys over the years. Some guys really still out here the boogeyman. Dudes ain't really trying to line up to fight him like that, right? Maybe they just too good for their own good. But Jaron Boots Ennis, man,
He's a good fighter, but I think he getting that Road Warrior stuff like going to his head. Like it's a whole different the guys that you fighting are not me. Like I'm on a whole different level. Once he get in there and see like, oh, this guy actually faster than what I thought. He's stronger than what he thought. I can't touch him. Like he gonna be in for a long night.
154 debut. We go see how he look on the scales on the weigh-ins, right? Usually when they do the weigh-ins though, it's probably the ceremonial weigh-ins. So by the time we see them weigh in, Jaron Boots Ennis have already start to rehydrate and everything else. But fight week, looking at Boots Ennis, he definitely appeared to be looking a lot different than he did a few weeks ago. So it leads a lot of boxing fans to believe that he's really should just be a middleweight fighter. The weight bully narrative is probably running stronger than ever right now, right? Because, you know, Jaron Boots Ennis was considered a weight bully even since he first came on the scene, because we see how significantly bigger he was than a lot of the opposition that he was up against. And now that he moved up again, he's still bigger. He still appears to be a bigger guy than some of the opposition he's in there with. And Lima don't necessarily look like a small guy. So, yeah, man, I don't know. We go see, right? Jaron Boots Ennis told Lima, like, look, man, this Road Warrior stuff getting to your head. You know, but when we look at bro, boxing fans ain't really looking at this fight in that kind of way for you to even be going back and forth with this dude, right? Like to say things like the Road Warrior and, you know, you go shut him up and do all this stuff. Like Lima's taking the opportunity that you gave him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really asked for a fight with Usman Lima. We never heard of Lima. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing really to, you know, tell him and put his purse on the line and all this stuff. Man, this dude trying to eat. You know what I'm saying? Why would he put his purse on? This ain't that type of grudge match. This ain't that type of fight. You know what I'm saying? That's something you say to somebody that you've been beefing with for a while, like Brian Norman Storman Jr. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody, you say that to somebody like him. Somebody that you've been beefing with, somebody that you've been having back and forth with, somebody that got some clout in the game, somebody that got some world titles and stuff like that. Not a guy who, well, Lima got a world title too, but it's the IBO championship. You know, box fans over the years, we just don't really consider that a major world title, but, you know, he has one. And Jaron Boots Ennis is going to be fighting for it this upcoming Saturday. A lot of people insinuating that Jaron Boots Ennis' weight drain going into this fight. This is what I noticed when I first seen the face-off between him and Usman. Like, Boots Ennis does look appear to be kind of dehydrated. And then when he revealed the promotion, the behind-the-scenes promotion footage or whatever it is, the picture, he appeared to be weight drained, and now boxing fans is giving their thoughts on it. But yeah, man, is Jaron Boots Ennis not stepping on the gas as far as getting some of the fights that we want to see him in, right? Is Max Kellerman on to something with that question? Did you like Jaron Boots' answer to that question? And should Jaron Boots Ennis really be at 160 pounds? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.